Yeah, so I've jumped ahead of myself there. I don't really need the stator yet, but I dug this out of the parts bin. I bought this for another project at some time, but all the wires were broke off, and probably some sort of failure inside the primary ripped the wires off. So I heated the epoxy with a torch there ever so lightly, and then picked away at it with a screwdriver until I could fish them out the other side, and we got a 5-wire stator. So I googled Lucas 5-wire stators, and yeah, apparently this can be used for batteryless ignition, no battery. So, but I found out I don't really have the parts for the 5-wire AC. You need a different rotor, one with 3 holes on it. So, but the same site that I found, it shows you how to hook it up to for 2-wire. So I'm going to hook it up for 2-wire, and supposedly still be able to do a batteryless ignition. So that's kind of what I want, really. So we'll see how it goes. You're supposed to get a regulator for it, and a 12-volt regulator, rectifier, and a big capacitor. And apparently we can go batteryless, so maybe that's the way we'll head with it, and see how much I can get I know I can get regulators pretty cheap, but I'll have to see what I can get a capacitor for. I see they're on eBay for about, $20, but just as much in shipping too, $20 to ship it. So yeah, we'll get that checked out and see what we can do. Yeah, I got this stator all soldered up there. Got a couple of wires soldered onto the bunch of wires, and I've narrowed 5 down to 2. So, and got it epoxied back up. Not the prettiest looking, but it'll hold together, and it'll be behind the case, so no one will really see it at all. So I'll get the rest of the primary kind of going here. I got this hub. I took it apart there, and the rubbers aren't too bad there. I was thinking of ordering some, but maybe I'll just get it apart and get it all cleaned up and see what it looks like. I mean, the rubbers are pretty cheap, but yeah, I may just some other parts are priority before I get that. So I did order the screws for the other side there. They were in pretty tough shape. Then get this all cleaned up and get it ready to assemble. I think the rubbers are like probably about $20 or something like that all together. Maybe a bit more than that, because I'm thinking maybe 20 pounds maybe. But yeah, they're pretty cheap anyway. But get spending money on stuff early on, and then the project slows down. So I'll get those parts ordered in, the other parts that I need, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, skipping ahead of myself, literally. I'm waiting on parts, so I will deal with this head right now. I bought it off eBay. It's got this broken off. Obviously, somebody probably tightened up the bolt too tight and broke her off or it was stuck or something. So yeah, I've cut this piece of aluminum here off a starter. It was a mounting part of a starter. So I'm going to see if I can, trim that down a bit and get my aluminum welding guy to get that welded into place. I'll see how it should be technically something that can be done, but I've seen on YouTube here some people doing some what looks like soldering of low temperature, like soldering of aluminum, but I'm thinking for the price I can get my aluminum guy to weld that up. So yeah, I'll see how that goes, and I'll take it to him, see if I can get her done pretty cheap, and I think I can get this head going at a pretty cheap price. I forget what I paid for it, but not a whole lot because of the broken part, but the fins are all good on it, so by the looks of it, it should be a pretty good head. So we'll see if I can get that welded together there. Yeah, I ordered this rectifier regulator, and it should suit my purpose. It's got the two yellow wires are for the stator, and then a ground and a power wire to the battery. The plug's almost as big as the regulator, but we'll probably cut that off and maybe find a spot like up beside the oil tank here to mount it. I'll probably put a bracket going down beside the oil tank to bolt it to, so I don't need it right now, but I'd usually I order auto electric stuff all the time for my work, so, and it was cheap enough, so I got it in. Also got like a gas cap. I seen it on eBay. It was cheaper than a lot of the ones that were in there. Quite expensive, but yeah, it's kind of a cheaply made thing. It's kind of made out of the pot metal. I didn't think they made anything out of pot metal anymore, but that's what it seems to be rather than aluminum. The only thing that I did there, this center part here was just a piece of brass went through that steel and was peened over, but it looked like something that would probably pop off the first time I tightened it, so I got my handy dandy soldering iron out and soldered that up, and it seems to work pretty good, so I just have to get a few more things done here. This bolt seems to be way too long, or the rubbers are a little bit short, so I may have to add a bit to the rubbers, but just so that tank looks like it could probably, move up a little bit to be kind of level with the frame, so the gas will run out of here, run out of the taps. So yeah, getting some stuff done, but not getting the parts in for the primary just yet. Still waiting on them, and I'd like to get the primary all together so I can get her bolted up and finished up with that side.